What if I told you that you can do all of the self-love practices, like getting a facial, going to the gym, going to get a spa day, cleaning your apartment, but if you don't do the inner work, nothing will change? This episode is for the girl or the boy who is single or who's in a relationship. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. On today's episode, I'm super excited because we are going to talk all about self-love. We're going to talk about Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's week 2024, depending on when you're listening to this. And wow, I've actually spent, I can't remember the last time I had a date on Valentine's Day. Would you look at that? It looks like I'm single again this year on Valentine's Day, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not pressed. You know, do I want a relationship? Fuck yeah. Do I want a life partner? Fuck yeah. And until I attract the one, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm great. So we're going to talk all about what the fuck is self-love, because people be throwing that term a lot around, and I get it. And we're going to talk about how you can go about practicing self-love today. So here we go. What is self-love? By the way, I am prepared. I took a bunch of notes down so I can touch on some things. I was like, your girl needs to have some cliff notes for this one because there's a lot. So what the fuck is self-love? Let's talk about it. Self-love is basically the same thing as self-acceptance, self-care, self-fulfillment. Anything that has to do with yourself is categorized under self-love. Even self-care, right? Like self-care Sundays is a form of self-love. And so self-love is basically treating yourself as if you're someone you really, really like, right? You know what? When I read off of my notes, I feel like sometimes I just overthink it. And so, I don't know, guys, I'm going to do the best I can. Still super weird. Like I'm on camera, but I'm talking to a mic and there's lights on me and I have notes in front of me. I'm trying to make this as natural as I could be. Self-love is basically treating yourself as if you are your number one fan, as if you're dating yourself, literally. And so like, if you're not dating someone, you're dating yourself. You know what I mean? So what is self-love? Self-love is believing that you can do anything, believing that you're worthy of all of your desires. What else? So treating yourself like your most important relationship. Something that helped me when I started my journey was literally treating myself as if I was dating myself, like as if I am my own boyfriend. Sounds kind of weird, but that has really helped me. And so instead of waiting to wear the perfect outfit, instead of waiting to do my makeup until I go on a date, instead of waiting to, do the things that I'm waiting to save it for the perfect person, I'm going to do it now. And for example, you know what I did a couple days ago? I booked a solo trip. I am taking myself on a solo trip, okay? And I'm going to book a spa day. Well, it's basically already booked. And I'm going to have myself a weekend. I'm actually doing it. Y'all are hearing this on Monday. I just did it this past weekend. Yeah. And so I decided to treat myself to a little Valentine's Day weekend because I deserve it. And I'm worthy of receiving it. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? Self-love, dating ourselves is like the longest relationship we will ever have. Dude, that's facts. That is facts. Like we are our longest relationship, if you think about it. Ain't that crazy? A lot of us are ready to manifest our dream partner, but when we take a look at our self-love practices, they're not that good. And that for sure was me. I was a type like years ago that I thought I was ready for my person. And the way I was treating myself, the way I was showing up, I wasn't, I wasn't doing well. I wasn't getting myself together every day. I wasn't staying on top of my fitness and my nutrition. I wasn't doing the inner freaking healing work, like the actual subconscious reprogramming work. I wasn't doing any of these things. And if I'm asking for this, but I'm being this, and I'm being this, and they're not aligned, I'm not going to meet the person. And so if anyone out there is waiting to attract their dream partner, ask yourself, who is that person looking to attract? Who is that person looking to attract? Okay, let's move forward. So self-love has nothing to do with what you have, the job you have, how many designer bags you have, how successful your business is, how many followers you have. That is not what self-love is. Self-love has all to do with how you treat yourself. How the fuck do you treat yourself when no one is around? That part. How do you treat yourself when no one is around? Because that's what matters most. How much energy do we put into prioritizing ourselves? So now we're going to move into how do we love ourselves more? This episode is for the girl or the boy who is single or who's in a relationship, but you desire to love yourself more. Maybe you're depending on your partner more, or maybe you're single and you're like, why am I not attracting that person? This episode is for you, so keep listening. Okay, so let's talk about the how. So I broke it down into 3 things. Number 1, go inward. Number 2, get so fucking clear. And number 3, take action right now. So let's talk about it. Number 1, going inward. Like I said before, yes, self-care is amazing on the outside, and I'm a full advocate for that. I literally do that every day, but you're not going to get to the depths unless you go inward, unless you go deep and you do that inner work. And so what is the inner work? You might ask. Self-reflection, journaling, powerful questioning, personal development, learning more about who we are through real life experiences. Yeah. And that's a big one right there. Like learning and reflecting on how you are through life experiences will help you understand more about yourself. And in return, you get to really love on all parts of you. And so how do we really do the inner work? Well, first off, you hire me. Just kidding, but not really. Get a coach. Get someone who is not a friend. Get someone who, they could be a friend, but someone who's really, really willing to call you out on your shit and hold space for you for your 100% transformation. That's how I be as a coach. Okay. I be my clients' best friends and their freaking coach. When you hire a coach, guys, and if you're looking to work with someone to support you, which I highly recommend it, because it wasn't until I hired someone where my life freaking shifted. And that's the reason why I'm here doing a podcast, knowing how to do all these things, because I hired a coach to support me. And so when you're hiring a coach, guys, it is so important. If it's not me, look for someone that is certified in the work that they're teaching, and just certified coach in general, someone who's put in the hours to do the work to get certified, and someone who walks the path, right? I actually just made a post about this earlier. I posted on Instagram myself holding boxing mitts for my client to punch and myself punching. And I wrote on the bottom of that post, I cannot expect my clients to do something that I've never done. And so that's why I always practice what I preach when it comes to my mindset coaching, when it comes to anything I'm doing. And I'm the type that cannot fake it. So all the work that I teach, all these amazing tools and techniques and modalities that I teach, I literally do on myself. And so when you're looking for someone to hire, whether it's a coach, a mentor, a therapist, look for someone who has done the work and someone who really, really is certified, guys. I cannot stress that enough. And so a little more about inner work. Inner work also means boundaries, learning your top core values, setting really powerful goals, understanding what we desire, what we don't desire, creating lists of qualities we desire in a friend, in a partner, in a work, in a job, meditation, breath work, subconscious reprogramming, EFT tapping. It goes on and on. But inner work is so powerful, guys. Our physical world is literally just a representation of what we have going on inside. So I cannot stress that enough. So number 1, go inward. Number 2, get so fucking clear. What do you stand for? And what do you not stand for yourself, from yourself, and from a partner or someone else? What do you tolerate? What do you not? What's a non-negotiable? What's not a non-negotiable? For me, if we're talking about, let's say, friends, a non-negotiable is someone who communicates with me, someone who reciprocates energy, someone who is loving, someone who is giving, someone who also knows how to receive, because I love to give as a friend, someone who cares, and someone who shows effort. And so like those are some qualities that I look for in a friend. And if we don't know what we can tolerate, the universe is just going to throw things at us. Like, you're literally going to get people coming at you, wanting to be friends with you or date you or whatever it is. And if you don't know what you tolerate and what you don't tolerate, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Man, getting so clear. Again, you can get super clear on learning through your real life experiences and reflecting on them through journaling, right? Because we all go through everything day to day. We're all living this same life, but different life. And at the end of the day, I invite you to create some type of practice where you can reflect on your day. What worked well for you? What didn't work well? What are some wins? Even something as simple as those 3 questions, asking yourself at the end of the day, will allow you to really, really reflect on your life and learn through your experiences. And so one last thing that falls under getting so clear is your boundaries. Getting so clear on your boundaries. Boundaries are some powerful things that have, again, really got me to where I am today. And I'm so excited because I'm actually in pre-launch for my group coaching program where I'm teaching all of these things. One of the modules being specifically boundaries. And so that's going to be coming where I literally teach you guys all of the tools and the techniques to support you in understanding what boundaries are, why it's important to set boundaries, and how to set boundaries. So if you want more information, I'm going to have links down below of where you can book a call with me to see if it's the right fit. My group coaching program doesn't start until April/March. I haven't decided on the date yet. That's why we're still in pre-launch. And I don't want to make this a sales call. But if you are interested in working with me and you may not be able to, let's say, afford one-on-one, or maybe you can afford one-on-one and you just want to work in a group so you can meet other like-minded women and individuals who are doing this work alongside of you, highly, highly, highly recommend the group program. Like I said, we're going to get it rolling out in April/March. I don't have the specific dates yet because we're still in pre-launch. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Pre-launch. My light just went off. Pre-launch, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see. Okay. Pre-launch is literally 50% off what the regular price is. So does that mean that my light's dead? Keeps turning off. We're just going to be talking in the dark for the rest of it. Okay. Anywho, let's move on. Something that an old mentor of mine used to say was, I'm giving this to you for free, but you must pay attention. Isn't that good? That's good. Okay, last one, taking action right now. How the fuck can we take action right now? And how the fuck can you take action right now to love on yourself? Clean your space. Clean your bathroom. Clean your bedroom. Clean your desk. Purchase food that makes you feel good. High vibe food, organic food, colorful, yummy, nutritious foods is another way you can take action right now. Ooh, what you say no to and what you say yes to is also a way for you to practice self-love, because at the end of the day, if we have people coming up to us, asking us things, or, inviting us somewhere that maybe we're not in alignment with, it's not their fault. It's up to us to say yes or to say no. And that's respecting ourselves by saying yes or saying no, honoring our desires, what we want and what we don't want. What else? Ooh, spending time alone and with others is a way you can practice self-love and self-care today. Guys, my makeup looks so good. I used this new blushy. All right, we got to finish this up because my camera's overheating, which is the first time it's ever said that. Detaching yourself from life is something you can do right now. Go on a solo trip, take some time to yourself, go on a spa date, get off social media. So good. And that is all I have written out for you guys. I still don't know how much I enjoy doing podcasts where I have notes because it just doesn't really feel as natural. I don't know. That's probably something I'm making up in my head. But I want to end this by saying treat every day as if you're on a date with your actual self. And if you are single this Valentine's Day, that is okay. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you at all. It actually means you're just choosing yourself. And that's really powerful. Okay. That's really, really freaking powerful. And to the ladies who are going on dates for Valentine's Day, yes, honey. I mean, I might go on a date for Valentine's Day. I don't know. If someone wants to come out, your girl ain't have no ring on her finger. She's single. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. If you enjoyed it, please rate and review. This really helps it out a lot. And I'll see you guys next week on Monday on my next episode. Bye. Side note, I was thinking about this the other day. This is how I make a heart with my hands. I hope y'all are watching this on YouTube. If not, go watch it after. I feel like the generation right now, they do this heart like this. And I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm still with the old hearts.